I'm here with Amit Lal to talk about the gas data page that's hidden in our website. It's an important safety thing that you need to know about, and Amit was going to take us through how this works. So Amit, the original concept behind the page was from Denis, and he was thinking about doing it in paper, but you and Diane went ahead and did it online. What have you done and why?
So yeah, the first concept was definitely about making a catalog out of this, but we kind of took the more approach that nowadays everybody has smart devices. They have their phones, they got tablets, they got laptops, and we wanted it to have it very accessible to our technicians anywhere they go. So we thought the best idea would be to put it online as an online source that anybody can really access. Not even just our technicians, anybody, any of our customers can access this and have a quick reference to any sort of gas that's mostly widely known in the laboratory world.
Mm-hmm. So when would you access it and for what reason?
So you would want to access this in a situation, so for instance, if our technicians were going into a facility and they asked the scientists or any of the technicians or any of the maintenance people working there if they have any sort of idea of what kind of gases they were using, even though they might have an idea of what these gases are, our technicians might not be familiar with them. So they can easily reference this guide, understand the gas they're working with, understand the hazards of it, understand the capacity of the cylinders that may be contained there, and then pretty much have a good idea of what they're really walking into when they're going to deal with some sort of gas like that.
So it's really important for their safety when they're working around gases they're not familiar with.
Definitely. I mean, that's one of our main concerns is we want to make sure that if our technicians are going into a laboratory setting where they might have flammable gases or corrosive gases, that they know exactly how to prepare for it, understand what kind of precautions they need to take when handling those gases.
Okay, and it's on the website.
It is.
So how do we get there?
So you want to go ahead and start off by going to the BeaconMedaes.com website. From there, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and click Laboratory Products. And under Laboratory Products, you will scroll over to Application and Tools and scroll down all the way to Gas Data Reference Library. So once you get here, you have multiple ways of filtering or searching for a gas that you want to look for. The most blatant thing that you see here is the search bar. Well, search bar is great where you can type in any sort of gas. It has an auto detection kind of feature to it, so once you start typing, it'll start suggesting different gases. If you know the gas already, you can go ahead and scroll down and find it, or you can browse through alphabetically for what you want to do. But
so each of the gases here has a little symbols next to it. What do those symbols mean?
So those symbols are give you kind of a quick hit of any sort of special precautions that you might want to take. So you'll have a fire symbol if it's flammable. It has the guy with the lungs, that means that it's an inhalation hazard. Obviously, the bones with the skull means that it's very deadly.
Sure.
So for this instance, we'll go ahead and jump into chlorine to kind of give you a better understanding of what happens when you actually go into a gas section. So initially, when you click on a gas, chlorine, nitrogen, hydrogen, whatever you want to understand better, you'll end up on this page. The main thing you'll see is what kind of gas it is, the molecular makeup of it, and the CAS number. The CAS number is a number that's specified for a certain gas that's understood all around pretty much nationwide. And then what else you're going to see is the main things that we want anybody that's working on any sort of gas, a quick hit, you could say, of the main things they need to see. The main things that we feel that technicians need to be very aware of is the hazards, where this gas is located, and that can be told by the gas density. If you have a leak of something that's heavier than air, it's going to be the gas is going to sink and it's going to be more abundant on the floor level. If it's lighter than air, it's going to be more abundant above your head. Or if it's around the same density as air, it'll be around the middle of the room. So that'll kind of tell you if there's any sort of leak where you can expect this gas to be.
So I see here in chlorine we have a density of 2, so this is heavier than air.
Correct. So you can expect this gas to kind of sink to the floor. So you might not notice it as soon as you walk in, but as it builds up, it could be very dense. I mean, obviously, chlorine is deadly anyway, so you have to take precautions no matter what. But it's just really great also in terms of understanding where alarms need to be placed. So if you have a chlorine gas that is heavier than air, you don't want to have an alarm that's eye level or above eye level. You want to have it kind of below the desk somewhere that once this gas settles, you'll be able to detect it better. You also have, just the basic cylinder data. What is this containing? What kind of cylinders do they use? What kind of pressure does the cylinder hold? How is the molecular distributed in the cylinder? Is it just completely pressurized gas, or is it a liquid gas mixture under pressure? But one of the main things that we do want to make sure that our technicians understand and our customers understand is the hazards of this gas. So particularly here, what you can see is this one has 4 diamonds on it. So some of these are explanatory as far as non-flammable gas. Chlorine is labeled as a non-inflammatory gas. That doesn't mean that it's not dangerous. Obviously, it's an inhalation hazard and it's toxic. So, which is represented by the other 2 diamonds.
And does the number mean how severe?
Yes, the higher the number, the more severe this gas is going to be. And then the last diamond that we have here is pretty much what we consider the safety diamond, and it has 4 different sections. So the blue section where you see this 4 is the health hazard to an individual. It goes from 0 all the way to 4. So obviously you can tell that this one is very hazardous to your health. The one in red with the 0, that's the flammability. So obviously, since we have it labeled as a non-flammable gas, this is going to be a 0. And then the third one is really reactivity. What does chlorine really react with? The chlorine is pretty stable by itself, so it's really not going to react with anything. So that's also good for that aspect. And then this final one you'll see in the white where it says OX, that is any special notes that somebody might want to know about this gas, which the OX here stands for oxidation.
Okay, so that's a quick reference, and that would be what I'd probably want to see on my cell phone if I was walking into a room.
Exactly.
But what is this download complete gas data sheet?
So this gives you the quick hit of this main screen kind of gives you the quick hit of the hazards of understanding it. Once you want to get more in depth into understanding what this gas is, what does it react with, you can go ahead and click on this link. Now, once you click on this link, this will give you a full description of everything that we think is important for our technicians to know. This includes the hazards, the gas cylinder compatibilities as far as what kind of connections does it use, what kind of hazards does it have, what kind of DOT labels do it need, what kind of cylinder pressure does this thing operate under, and most importantly, what kind of materials is it compatible with. That's the biggest things that we want to make sure that you're not using X material when it's going to be reactive or it's going to be corrosive and it's not going to work well with the material. So we provide a list of material compatibilities for taking in, for instance, chlorine. The best thing to use with a chlorine is going to be something like stainless steel or Teflon. You wouldn't want to use brass or copper that we see widely used in definitely like the medical side of things and in our high purity systems for the lower end stuff. So it kind of gives you a full breakdown of what this gas is, what the general description of it. What does it smell like? Anything? Is it odorless? Is it what does the technicians need to know as far as how to handle this gas?
Thank you very much. We appreciate all the work, and we appreciate the safety information that should keep us out of trouble. Chlorine's interesting because you see it in swimming pools all the time.
It is.
Thank you, Amit.
Not a problem. Thank you.